What do the Italians do every summer with all of their beautiful fresh produce? Ciambotta is an Italian vegetable stew, and you can add all kinds of things to it. Typically, you'll have summer squash and zucchini, you'll have some fresh tomatoes, eggplant, fresh peppers, whatever you can come up with. Ciambotta is the Italian version of ratatouille. You'll need 1 large onion diced and 4 minced garlic cloves. I have 2 beautiful green peppers that my farmer grew, and I'm going to clean them up, and then I'm going to dice them into a small dice. You can also use a nice colored pepper. Add about 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to a heavy-duty pan, and I'm going to add the onions and also 1 teaspoon of salt. This sweats your onions and makes everything taste great. Add your diced peppers to the mix. You want to cook the hard vegetables first. So I'm going to clean up some summer squash. Cut the squash in half, and then you're going to cut some half moons, maybe about 1 inch or 2 in diameter. This will make your ciambotta really pretty. Add them to a bowl, and then we're going to also cut up the zucchini. This was a really unusual looking zucchini that my farmer sold to me, and I thought it was just beautiful. So cut that one in quarters because it's kind of a thicker squash, and then cut those into about 2-inch pieces. Meanwhile, my onions and my peppers are getting nice and soft and are looking gorgeous. Trim up your zucchini and then cut it in half, and then cut it in half one more time, and you'll have nice 2-inch chunks. And you want to add that, of course, to your bowl of summer squash. I'm using some potatoes that my friends grew in Maine, and I am going to peel them, but you can use red bliss potatoes and you can keep the skin on. Now get your potatoes down to another 2-inch chunk. You want everything to cook evenly. I'm going to add this to my sauteed onions and peppers, and then my squash is going in too. Give everything a really good stir. I have these Japanese eggplants, and as you can see, there are very few seeds in them. They're perfect for this. I'm going to use an Italian tomato passata or puree. You can use any canned or jarred tomato as long as it's a really good quality. You can also just chop up a ton of your own garden tomatoes. I am going to put some of my cherry tomatoes in there because they're going to have a great flavor, and I need to use them up. Add your eggplant to the stew, and this could be any kind of eggplant. It doesn't have to be the one that I chose. Stir it all up, make sure all that olive oil is getting distributed, and look at how beautiful it's looking already. I have a mix of tomatoes. I've got some plum tomatoes, I've got some cherry tomatoes, whatever it is you can find at the farmer's market or that grows in your garden, and then add them into the pot. Stir it all up, and now I'm going to add my tomato puree. I'm also going to add some water to the bottle, maybe about 1/2 cup, and I'm going to shake it up and add that into the stew, and look at how great that looks now. I covered the stew and cooked it for about 40 minutes, and the potato is what you really want to see that's done, and yes, it was. So now I can season this with some salt and some freshly ground pepper, and then turn off the heat and add all of that beautiful fresh basil. The ciambotta is now finally ready to eat, and I can't wait. So taste that sauce and see if it seems okay, and it was. Grab a big bowl of this. You need to get some crusty bread with this and really enjoy. Thanks so much for watching.